showtime. Hold on. Let me get this share this music on myself.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Now can you hear me?
Yes.
What time is it?
Showtime.
Not yet. This might be my morning jog. All right.
That's a hard thing.
All right, time for our on-time drawing. Look at all the numbers are filled in. I'm so proud of you guys to be able to do that. All right, what are we giving away today? What do we have here? We have One Lux magazine. Ooh. We have folders. A gold one, a white one. We have a shirt.
Did my name get on the list?
It says, did you sign in? It says zero bull. And a variety of other shit. All right, what do I have here? We have 18. All right, the number is 14. Who's 14?
Right here.
Come on, you guys, clap for us.
Congratulations, Michelle. But wait, there's more. We have another drawing, and I'll introduce them right now. Where's my clicker? Where's my clicker? We'll talk about that in a minute. But we have, D.R. Horton is our breakfast sponsor, and I see you all eating. Is it a good ship? We cuss around here, so. I apologize up front. But we have Katie and Terry from D.R. Horton, and we're going to do another, what are we drawing for?
$20 Starbucks.
Oh, wow. Starbucks.
You never did.
I'll take it.
Winner need be present, of course, and the winner is number
17.
No, you did that.
Candace. There you go, right there. Hope you drink Starbucks. Come on up. Tell us all about D.R. Horton.
Well, we are here representing one of the newest communities in the north. Tule Springs has Heartland, which is a master plan community with something for every one of your clients. I'm at Heartland Falls. We are 2-story. We have 2- and 3-car garage homes ranging from the low 4s to low 5s. So really, really great pricing per square foot. Comes with stainless steel appliances, washer and dryer, and blinds. It's really move-in ready. We have 30+ parks and trails in the community. It's really beautiful. It sits on the edge of Eglinton and Tule Springs Preserves. You should come check it out.
What's the community name?
Heartland. And our co-op is 3%.
Do you guys allow open houses?
Sorry. If you want to come out and film them, just so you don't show that it's D.R. Horton, we have no problem with that. You can put it on Facebook or whatever. It's fine. Fine with us. Yes.
Is there if they use your in-house financing, is there like a reduction in interest rates to get
Yeah,
them
it depends
going?
on the community. There's 4 communities out there now, about to be 5.
Mm-hmm.
We go anywhere from, but basically the entry level, I start around 400 to 415.
Okay.
And my houses are 3 and 4 bedrooms, some with lots, 1,700 to 1,865 square feet.
And these are like the spec homes, ready to go? Or?
Yeah, they're already in construction. We order them and we have a small wait list.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're releasing 2 houses a week, and so we call you and have your clients, see if they want, if they're on the waiting list, if they want that house, we tell you what the colors are and all that. And generally, they're done in 6 weeks from when we call you.
Okay.
So it's pretty quick pay, definitely.
45 to 60 days from contract to close is typical. So one, they're not waiting forever for a home construction, and two, you guys can get paid sooner.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you mentioned master plan community, when is
It's
it?
gorgeous. Who's been to Heartland?
It's
Anybody?
called Heartland?
Heartland. It's
And there's,
part of Tully Springs.
okay,
But, you know where, it's on the north side of the 215. It's on the east side of Aliante,
okay,
Sun City. So
okay.
it's right over there. If you just get off where, what's the name of this?
Aliante.
Casino is right there. You just turn down Elkhorn, and it's gonna be 4,000 homes, all by D.R. Horton.
A lot of grading, a lot of building going on.
Wow.
Is that still called Tully Springs, or are they calling that
Yeah, we're Tully Springs Villages.
Okay, wow.
But
that's
Heartland by
okay.
D.R. Horton.
Wow.
And it's gorgeous. It's probably the prettiest neighborhood we've ever done.
So
I've
is-
been
are
there
there
for
lids and-
17 years.
Are there lids and sits because it's a master
There are.
plan?
Uh-huh. It's $559 twice a year for my community for that,
Okay.
10,800.
10,000, okay.
Definitely, and we don't have any problem selling the sits or
Is
lids.
there a prepayment penalty on the SID lid?
3%,
Okay.
it's nothing,
Okay.
$300-something.
Each community has their own SIDs that are designated by North Las Vegas. For Falls, 2 carts, $12.73 a year, and then 3 carts, $15.65 a year. We always tell everyone for budgeting purposes, if you combine all the HOAs, because there's a master of 77 and a sub, depending on which community you're in, they're all gated separately. It can range for me anywhere from, my community, $215 to $250 a month for budgeting, and that's your SID and your HOA. So it's actually not that bad at all. A lot of our buyers are actually really pleased by that because they're paying more elsewhere.
Are you doing any single-story homes?
There will be another coming, we currently have, Manor, which is 25
Yeah,
to
I love
about,
the Manor.
okay.
Yeah, Manor.
And then
Manors,
Grove,
yeah.
Grove is coming in November. So
Okay.
there's really something for everyone. We have a lot of agents that bring their clients in and they'll just tour the community. You can do that, I mean, relatively quickly because each sales office is not that far from the other.
It's gonna be a huge community out there. What'd you say, 4,000 homes? Yeah.
Are they gonna be building all the way to the 15 in that corridor, on the north of the 215?
We are.
I think it's gonna be going all the way
And
across.
there's gonna be an 11-acre park up in the
Yeah, it's
freeway,
crazy.
and a church, I don't know what denomination,
Yeah.
and an elementary school.
What's the lot premiums right now? You guys have lot premiums?
We're not graded like other builders, our lot premiums are 2,000, 4,000, that's about it.
Really?
And the highest
Wow.
I have is 15.
And that would be for a 50-foot backyard, 4,000.
Got you. And so what's your, what size backyards are you guys, what size lots are you guys on right now? 6,000, 7,000, or?
Ours, I need smaller homes,
Yeah.
those smaller 2 stories, we're about 3,500, but
Okay.
your backyard could be 30 feet on an
Oh,
average.
yeah, I'll go
Which
two
is
story,
great.
yeah.
And then you work with investors too?
Mhm.
Okay.
Lots, yeah, my product's really good for investors.
Can they buy multiple properties, the investors? Can they buy multiple properties? Yes, they can. Okay.
Yeah, we've changed.
Okay.
So, any other
Rent-
questions?
Rental restrictions, is there rental restrictions?
Just, 6 months for us,
Okay, so,
6 months.
so if an investor buys, they can rent it out automatically, or do they have to live in the property for a
No,
period?
no, they can rent it out.
Okay, but it has to be minimum 6 months like most HO, okay.
Yeah, I have somebody on their 5th home in my community.
Okay.
So,
What kind of rate are you doing right now? We're buying down the rate, or?
5.99 for, VA and FHA and 6.25. And
Okay.
then 5,000 in closing costs.
Closing costs?
And then an extra 1,500 for Home of the Brave, teachers, you know.
Okay.
police,
Military.
et cetera,
Any
military.
credit for the design center, or?
We don't have a design center.
Okay, it's all spec, so.
Everything's
Okay.
included.
Cool. All
The
right.
only thing they don't get is the backyard, they have a year to put it in.
So do those incentives go to, for investors too, or just owner occupied?
If they use in-house financing, they can get the same
Okay,
incentives.
But
great.
it's not gonna be the same
The
interest.
rates will be what's gonna be different.
Okay.
But they'll get the 5,000.
Are you guys doing window coverings?
For investors, what's the rate?
Sorry.
You know, it depends. They have to talk to the lender, but we own our own mortgage company, we probably know that, and our own title company.
You guys are providing window coverings as well?
Yes, blinds, 2-inch velvet
So
blinds.
just backyard, basically? It's awesome.
Everything.
What's the average cost to put a backyard in? You guys see in there? for home, or you
No,
have
I
any
don't ever
idea?
deal with that
Okay.
part.
Well, it depends on how extravagant they want to get.
Usually about 7-10 for a basic backyard.
Really?
7,000, 10,000, yeah, somewhere around
Or
there.
just throw a rock in, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
My buyers don't have that much money, her buyers have more money.
All right,
Awesome.
great.
All righty, thank you
Thanks
ladies
for
so much.
having
And
us.
thanks again for the wonderful breakfast. All right, let's talk about some rev ups coming up. So tomorrow we have Module 8, Finding Motivated Sellers and Preparing to Win the Listing. Jeff is the instructor. It's 9 to 11 at the Summerlin office. Next Wednesday is Winning a Listing and Negotiating the Sale. That is 9 to 11, and Wendy is the instructor there. And then next Friday, a week from tomorrow, is Closing the Sale and Creating Clients for Life, and John's the instructor on that one. All right, so every Thursday, there is a food truck out that way in the parking lot. Today's food truck is Sean's Puffy Tacos. I have never had Sean's Puffy Tacos, so I have no idea if they're good or not, but they're out there. What? 11 o'clock to 1:30. All right. So the LVR Board of Directors installation is coming up. It is November 4th. I am getting a list together of those that want to go. The tickets are $95 a piece. I have 7 so far. I need 10 so that I can purchase a whole table. Again, so $95 a piece. So if you want to go, let me know, let Stephanie know, let Laura know, and we'll put you on the list. And we'll pretty much need payment up front.
What would be the purpose of attending? What's the benefit of attending? I'm a new in here, so in this town, so I don't know what.
So the benefit of attending is, so we have some of our own. We have Mary Perry, she's being installed as the president of LVR. We have Susan Broad, who's being installed as a director, and Nancy. Nancy is going to be the treasurer. So we have 3 of our own, and we would like to be there to support them. And there's food and drinks and dance. I think there's dancing. I don't know.
Mingling with seasoned agents.
Is it agents only, or can we bring a spouse?
You can bring a spouse. Yep. So the question was, is agents only, or can you bring a significant other? And yes, you can bring a significant other. So I need 3 more. What do we hope? So no meeting next Thursday. I will not be here all day. I have been roped in by Mary Perry. I've said no so many times, and then finally she said, it's just one day. It's just one day. So I have to, I don't know what I'm doing, but I have to be at LVR all day long next Thursday. So no meeting. We have a blood drive coming up. It is October 17th. That is a Tuesday. It's all day long from 10:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning to 4 p.m. right here in this room. I give every time, and I know many of you do as well. So if you want to give blood, scan the QR code or call this number, 1-800-RED-CROSS, 1-800-733-2767, and get your spot. I already have 10:30 reserved. All right. You had a question about this. So every year we do a chili cook-off, where those of you that are good chili cookers.
Or we think we are.
What's that?
Or we think we are.
Or you think you are, right? Bring your best chili in. And how many did we have last time, Steph? Like 10?
There were a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot of chili.
Yeah. So and it's Halloween time as well. So our theme this year is 70s.
Yay.
So put on your favorite disco suit or whatever. So that's our theme. It is the 26th.
Do you want sides? Do you want like other sides? Like
We'll figure that out later.
Okay.
Yeah. You're a good chili cooker? Yeah, Rebecca's gonna challenge you. So last year, Paul won with your, what did you call it? What is it?
Chili verde.
Chili
Chili
verde.
verde.
Yeah, so, and it was good.
Was it green? The green sauce? Yeah.
What's that?
All right.
Green?
Summit. Summit is coming up. It'll be here before we know it. It is in February, like the first or second week in February. It just happens to be Super Bowl week. Interesting. So it's February 4th to 6th, and the tickets are like $1,000. However, they have a special deal and we're getting a list together. You all should have received an email with a where you can sign up an interest list. If we get 50 agents or 50 people in all 4 offices, all of Nevada, all we need is 50, and then the price is $555 each. So who's already signed up on the list? I know several of you have, but yeah. Linda, you haven't yet?
No, I haven't. But I will.
So Linda has been with the company a long time.
2008.
And she went last year for the first time, right? And she can't stop talking about it.
It was great.
Yeah, so it's a fantastic event. And again, it's 4th to 6th, and it's at the Venetian this year, which should be a cool venue for it. So watch that for that email to come out. It'll come out when? Sunday, all right? All right, if you have new listings or open houses that you want to promote, get that information to Stephanie. She sends out an email every Friday with the hot new listings and open houses. But you need to get it to her by noon on Thursday, so that's today. Noon today, get that information to her. All right. You've heard the term, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours, right?
Yeah.
So we need more agents. We always do. So if you refer 3 agents, you're going to get your site access fee free for a whole year. And for those that are in the 100% program, it's $1,200. Refer 3 agents that get hired, and you get worth $1,200 for you. So you guys are out there all the time. You're meeting agents. You're working with agents. Maybe the agents are coming into your open houses. You know, tell them how great your broker is. Anyway, so refer 3, you get free for a year. All right, what you got for us, Jocelyn? Everybody welcome up Jocelyn from Rock Meadow.
So there is no training class today with Justin, so I'm not going to talk about that, but we do have this going on. We are going to be helping animals all month of October, every single Friday. It is from 9 to 11 every Friday. We do have 2 days left available. The first 2 dates are full. So if you guys want to sign up or you don't have time to volunteer, we are also taking donations. So if you guys want to buy like anything for the pets or anything, you can scan the QR code. It'll take you to an Amazon link where you can buy stuff, and then we will donate it to the dogs and cats.
Cool.
So please, that's what I have for you guys today.
All right, thanks, Jocelyn. All right. Last week I showed you, we went over this quote. Simply says you can't control rates, right? We have no control over rates. You can't control motivation of buyers and sellers. We have no control over that. You can't control property values. However, some of the public thinks that we do. But we don't. The only thing you can control is your activities. If you don't have the results, increase your activities. It's as simple as that. And with that being said, we have a very special guest today. Many of you know him, some of you don't. Your eyes are wide open. We have Damon Caldwell. He graciously has agreed to come up and teach a class about working expired listings. And he made a living off of expired listings over the years. And it is just one of the activities that you can add and, get your activities going.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you guys for having me. Let me just log into Canva real quick. And I have just a little presentation to go over with you, but let me log out of Stephanie's here.
Sorry.
That's okay, hey, it's all good.
Just leave her lots of fun surprises. She'll never leave it open again.
I had to sign into mine yesterday for Ricky and then forgot it.
That's right. Hopefully you guys are using Canva, right? You're using Canva, pretty cool program. So thank you guys again for having me this morning. I love getting out and just sharing some of the places I had really great success in real estate. And I always start off by saying that I don't have anything to sell you. Not asking you for anything. Expired listings are a discipline, right? It's a very focused target market. Many of you guys will never do that. And I'll be very honest with you, many of you guys will never, probably not even approach an expired listing. I hope you do. Given our market right now, who would like to have more listings? That's it? Just 5 of you? I mean, who would like to have more listings? I mean, please everybody raise your hand, okay? I mean, if you're not in the listing business right now, you're probably struggling a little bit. Even if you have a ton of buyers right now, what's going on with the inventory?
Not a lot of it.
So what does that mean if you have a buyer in the $300,000-$500,000 range?
That's what it is.
Thank you. Multiple offers, right? You have to fight hard right now to get your offer accepted. If you have listings, you could be at the beach relaxing right now making money, right? Not literally, but in some ways, yes. So one of the ways that I launched my real estate career as a brand new agent was expired listings. That was actually, to be very honest with you, that was my first listing source. Farming came next. I do a farming class as well. We're just launching our Level Up series for our team, the Caldwell Group. Specialized training, advanced training for next level success. It's not to promote our team. It's just, I love next level training. There's basic training, there's foundational training, and then there's skill sets to really help you take your business to the next level if you so choose to do so. Right? Expired listings would be one of those areas where you can immediately change your business. Who wants to change their business or increase their business? Everybody say aye, right? Aye. Yes, for sure. If you don't, then you're in the wrong place right now. Of course, the market right now is going to become, it's already a little bit difficult for most of us out there. We know that things are changing. Possibly, NAR has a lot of things going on right now. If you guys are reading, the media, Inman, the lawsuits that are happening right now. So, folks, what do we sell? What do we sell?
Real estate.
Yeah, but what is the product that we sell?
Service.
Relationship.
No, what is the product that we sell? Huh?
Yourself.
No, what's the product?
Houses.
Homes.
Properties.
Homes. Can you be in real estate if you don't sell a home? Can you be in real estate if you don't sell a home? No, we sell homes. So is it ever a bad time to have listings? No, it's never a bad time. Now, in certain markets, you might have to be a better listing agent. You might have to have better conversations with your seller. I went through that last year in June, where the market shifted, interest rates jumped, and people that had listings went through the painful process of trying to educate their seller on getting ahead of the market, getting it priced right, and getting it sold, right? That's when you become a really experienced and seasoned listing agent, when you can focus on or help your seller get their home sold, no matter what market you're in, right? And that's what you guys need to focus on. So year to date right now, we have 4,812 expired listings that happened through this year so far through September. Could you guys have gotten some of these expired listings? Absolutely. There's 4,812 opportunities. Now, maybe not all of them relist, but most of the time, when a listing expires, the people, the seller relists the home to get it sold. It's funny, and we'll go through the reasons why they don't sell, but still today I hear, we had an agent, I think, a couple of weeks ago that reached out to an expired, and the seller said, yeah, I just haven't heard from my agent. They haven't helped me, price the property. It's amazing to me that when you have gold, expired listing, agents still drop the ball. They're not communicating with their seller, they're not giving them a market update, right? They're not giving them the help that they need to get, whether to get the property priced right and or to get it marketed correctly to get it sold. And so that's where some of the opportunities exist for you folks, because you're better than that, right? We're all better than that, right? We're going to do better for our sellers. So let's talk about a few things to help you get in the mindset of expired listings, right? Understanding the seller's mindset. Right? So this is what a seller needs, and these stats change a little bit here and there. This is, you guys can go on NAR, they have the seller and buyer profiles, but the home pricing, home competitively, 23%. That's what sellers need you for. Finding buyers, of course, help marketing a home to buyers. That's what they hire us for. Selling in a specific time frame, right? These are the needs of the seller, right? So other 10% could be vendor support, things of that nature. Help finding ways to fix up and sell for more, right? We see that as a reason. Sellers hire us as well, help me get my property ready for sale. And so understanding the seller's mindset is very important. And the reason why is because your messaging has to be right. You have to have the right messaging. If you're going to a seller with the wrong messaging or messaging that's not going to help them solve their problem or help them get their home sold, then they're not going to hire you. There's other agents that will do that. There's 16,500 of us out there running around, and if you don't have the right messaging, you're not going to be the one that gets the contract signed. So you really have to understand what the seller wants from an agent if you're going to start talking to potential sellers. Very important. This isn't just expireds, folks. If you're farming a community, if you're talking to homeowners, you need to know what they need from you to get their home sold, because if you can show them that you can provide it, you have a much better chance of getting in front of them, sitting down with them, and getting a contract signed. Okay, that's very important. So you always want to know, especially market conditions, right, what the market's doing and where you need to help a seller. The sellers need us in this market as much as they did a year ago, and when June hit and things changed. Do they feel they need us as much? No. Because there's multiple offers. There's 20 offers on a home. I don't really need you to bring buyers. The NAR lawsuit really is that premise. Okay, you guys have read that. It's the seller saying, I didn't need to pay a buyer's agent, a buyer broker, as much money because we're in a seller's market. Why am I still paying 3% co-op when I have buyers drooling over my home, right? I could for sale by owners, right? Start picking up in a market where it's a seller's market. So very important that our value, right? That you negotiation, pricing the property, how to handle multiple offers, right? Make sure they don't choose the wrong offer. So understanding your value in today's market for a homeowner is very, very important, okay? So this is the reality for most of us. Now, I know you guys look at this and, oh my goodness, he's gonna go into a motivational speech or something like that. Folks, we're in real estate. We need to be prepared every day. We need to get up, we need to get moving. We need to prepare ourselves for the day. And I will tell you, if you're prospecting, now if you're getting up and you're waiting for the phone to ring, you're waiting for a call or an email to come through, you might not need to do all of this. I think you still do, but you might not need to do all that to be prepared, to be able to have a great conversation with somebody, to be motivated, to be ready to answer questions, handle objections, right? I will say that if you focus on getting up, getting moving, getting exercise, read a little bit, some of you will, some of you won't, meditate, eat a healthy breakfast, right? Remove all distractions, practice your scripts. This is the starting point if you're going to focus on expired listings. And the reason why is because you have to be prepared for what?
Objections.
Objections? No, right? No, thank you, click. Is it a positive experience?
No.
It can be. It can be,
Mostly depressing.
right? How can it be a positive experience?
You only get a certain amount of those clicks before you get the good one.
But the good one means what? What does that mean? What do you get to do if you get a good one?
You get to set an appointment.
You get to help them. You get to help them, and that really has to be your mindset. That's one thing I really got really good at, is having a mindset of, these people need my help. That removes all the noise of the negativity. These people need my help to get their home sold. And I truly believe that. And if you truly believe that, you don't worry about the no's, okay? You don't worry about the people that don't want to get in front of you. You focus on finding the people that need your help to get their home sold, and that keeps you positive. So this was very important for me, because you have to have the right mindset to be able to jump on, start practicing your scripts, getting on the phone with the homeowners, and going through and being as sharp as you possibly can to set that appointment, right? To have the scripts, we'll talk about scripts here in a second, to have the scripts, to be able to schedule an appointment, and then presentation to win the listing were the two main focuses for me, okay? So, but you have to have the right mindset. So it really does start here. If you get up and you're dragging around, you jump on the phone, you start calling, people feel it on the other side, right? They can feel your energy. They know whether or not, you know, you're the person that they want to interact with or possibly meet with. So do yourself a favor. This isn't just for expired, right? We should be doing this anyways, just for help to live a better life, okay? Well, let's talk about getting started on expired listings. So you guys know what an expired is, right? Expired is a property that was listed on the MLS and failed to sell, right? Main reasons for a listing expiring typically is the price, right? We know that most things will sell at the right price, right? If you give me the right price, I might buy your bottle of water there, right? Who knows? But bottom line is, anything will sell at the right price, right? If I'm dying outside in the desert, right, I'm going to buy that bottle of water from you, okay? So failed to sell on the MLS, price, terms, condition, which is the terms. Were the terms of the sellers of the property restrictive, right? Could they not show the home? Did they have to do a lease back, right? What are the terms that the seller has set for the sale of that home? Very important to look at that. And of course, the condition. What was the condition of the home? A lot of listing agents, you guys know this, they list properties without ever seeing the property, right? They do online listing, Seahawks. Anyways, they never meet the seller.
No.
The seller talks to their admin, they might have that first initial phone call, then they list the property based on comps that they pulled off the MLS, and never go out and actually view the property. Right? We're better than that. We can go out and let the seller know what they need to do to get the best showings possible to get that home sold. So condition, and then the number one thing sellers hire us for, what do sellers hire us for? To find buyers. How do we find buyers? Marketing. You have to advertise their home. That is the number one reason sellers hire us and want us to put their home on the MLS. Builders do it sometimes as well, right? When they're not getting enough activity, they reach out to us and say, hey, we need this property marketed on the MLS, right? Form of marketing. And so marketing is where you have to be really clear on your marketing. Does everybody know the marketing that you have at your fingertips with Realty One Group for a listing? Has everybody reviewed the listing presentation?
Do we have bullet points?
I'm sorry?
Do we have like bullet points on there?
Yeah, in the listing presentation, it basically breaks down everything that you guys get really for free with Realty One Group, and then you can add on, right? Add on your own specific marketing on it. It has social media, if you guys are mailing postcards, all of that, but you guys gotta get really clear on what you're doing to market homes, especially for expired, because they already have an agent. They've already had their property marketed at some level. Why are you different? And when you talk to them, they're going to say, you guys all do the same thing. You guys all sign the contract, and then you do what with the listing?
Put it in the MLS.
Put it on the MLS. You guys all do the same thing. No, I'm different. Right? I expose your property to a larger pool of buyers. Do we syndicate our listings internationally?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a cost? No. How many websites do we send it to internationally? Can anybody answer that?
Didn't know we could do it.
It's automatic.
It's automatic.
It's automatic through List Hub with Realty One Group. How many websites does it go? International websites?
It's like 105.
100. You got it, Tom. Very good, my man. About 100 international websites, about 60 countries. You guys have this data. You can actually get this data. Go talk to your broker or myself, whatever. You can get this data, okay?
So when we list a property, it automatically goes to the ROG syndication?
No, it doesn't go to ROG syndication. It goes to 800 plus websites nationally and 100 websites internationally, outside, ROG and everybody included.
Oh, okay, it's not ROG exclusive?
No, not
Okay,
ROG
thank
exclusive.
you.
It's going out to all the different portals.
Okay.
And you guys have the access to see where that's going and find, get the information of who's looking at that property with those sites. So anyways,
Okay.
just an example of knowing, because you really have to sharpen your tools.
Mhm.
Right? Jump on expired right now, and they've already had their home marketed by an agent at some level. How is your marketing different? Can you explain that? One of the best things I ever did as a brand new agent, I knew exactly what the company offered in order to market property, so I can relay that information with detail, like I just did with the international. When I met with my clients, it wasn't, we syndicate your property internationally, it was, we syndicate your property to 100 plus websites, international websites in 60 plus countries, and that's what brings more buyers to your doorstep, right? Very important that you understand your value, okay, if you're going to be talking to expired listings. So where do you find expired listings? Of course, on the MLS. The challenge is, can you guys get the phone number of the owners on the MLS?
Sometimes, they don't
Rarely,
change it, but
rarely.
rarely.
Normally, listing agents will go in, if it's not already set up that way for showings, they'll go in and change it to their number before it expires, because they don't want agents calling the owner. But the reality of it is, there's platforms out there that go out to the World Wide Web and identify anybody that has a relationship with that property, that had a connection to that property at some level. That's why you might get a hold of somebody that already sold a home years ago. They just found a number that was attached to that property. You might see 3 or 4 or 5 numbers there, and you're gonna go through and you're going to call, right, each one to see if you can find the owner, right? There's scripts that go along with this. So if you're going to expireds, and I typically send out our expired listings every morning, sometimes every other morning or so on through RedX, right, to our team. So they have that opportunity. I can guarantee that, there may be 1, 2, or 3 agents that are actually leveraging it. It's my way of saying, hey guys, here's an opportunity to stay in the game, to stay in the market. But if you wanted to do, now Rock Title offers this as well, they'll do like a weekly. The reality of it, if you're gonna do expireds at a high level, you need to have a daily program, not weekly, not monthly. You have to have a daily program to get in touch with these expireds. So you have the ability to set an appointment right then, and then you can always go back, right? You can always follow up, go back in time, 6 months, a year down the road, right? And reach back out to these people to find out if they're still interested in selling. There's a lot of people that in June of last year, June, July, August, that couldn't sell, right? The market changed. They might have pulled the property off the market, expired, and they said, hey, we'll come back into the market when it makes sense. That might be today. So you should be calling people a year ago saying, hey, I noticed that you had your home on the market. I was just reaching out to see if you still had thoughts of selling. The market has changed right now. We're low inventory. I actually have buyers looking in your community right now. If you guys are doing open houses, we can go on and on and on of the value with scripts that you guys can use to actually get in connection with people. I'll talk a little bit more about that when I talk, we'll talk a little bit about farming here. But so you have to have a platform to pull the expireds. That's number one.
Hey, would you happen to know the cost for some of those services?
Yeah, so RedX is only about $39, $40 a month, okay, to get the expired list every day. Where you start finding the expense is when you start investing in a dialer. Yep, so you're.
The what?
A dialer. So it basically takes your list of expireds or whatever you put in it, and it dials through, sometimes 3 at a time if you wanted to. Ring, 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 ring. A lot of agents that are doing a lot of calls in a short period of time will use that, okay? Be careful, right? I mean, with any auto messages going out and stuff, there's a KW lawsuit going on right now in our market for, robo dialing for expireds. Okay, so that's, be careful there. But if you're calling, there's about, right now, we're seeing about 5 to 10 expireds a day. That's about it. So you don't really need a dialer to dial 5 or 10 expireds a day, okay? If you wanna go back a year and pull all the data from a year ago and start going through and dialing, that's when I'd recommend, you have a dialer system set up. Your CRM may have a dialer system set up in it already, right? We have a CRM that has a dialer set up in it. Confirm expiration. So one of the things I did really good, now a lot of agents don't do this, and that's where you guys might, you might call somebody if you're not researching the history, and it's already back on the market, right? It's already relisted because you didn't go in real quick into the history. Now you have to be fast with this stuff. The goal for me was, and I'll go through my plan, was that you called as soon as possible in the morning to get a hold of the fresh expireds, to get an appointment, see if you can schedule an appointment, right? And then throughout the day, you know, you're mailing, you're touching them, door knocking, things of that nature. But I would go in real quick, just on the MLS, boom, hit history, just see what happened. And a lot of times you'll find expireds withdrew conditionally 3 months prior. And the difference between me and another agent would be this. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, sir, name? Gustavo, Damon, Caldwell, Realty One Group. I noticed that your home came off the market, right? And you say, it came off the market today, right? And you say, no, I took my home off the market 3 months ago because it was withdrawn conditionally, right? Which means they told their agents, hey, we no longer want to sell, we're going to rent the home out, or we're just going to stay, and we just want to do a withdrawal conditional, right? No marketing, and then the expiration will still hit on that listing. So by going to history, you can actually see if that happened or not. So now the script turns into this. Ring, 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 expired, right? Answer the phone. Hey, Gustavo. Damon, Caldwell, Realty One Group. Hey, I noticed that you took your home off the market 3 months ago. It popped up as an expired date, so you're probably getting phone calls from agents, but I wanted to know, has anything changed with you? I'm educated. I know what happened. He took his home off the market 3 months ago. It's a different conversation. Instead of irritating him, like most other agents are going to do, I know that he took it off 3 months ago and I can have that conversation with him. Why did you take it off the market 3 months ago? And then I rented it out, or we decided to stay, or my relocation got canceled, whatever it is. So that's important. Rental, WC, WER, so check to see what the status is. Very important. These are just some basics of expired listings, okay? So full daily or weekly expired listings, go back in time, old expireds as well. And you can get the list through RedX if you guys subscribe to a RedX or one of these platforms. Again, you can go to Rock Title and get the list for back a year. For the daily expireds, Rock Title doesn't send you a list every day. They're going to send it out to you like weekly, I believe. So for going back in time, you can leverage Rock Title. Go, hey, I want a list of all the expireds in the last year. Plug them in the MLS, start seeing what the history looks like, and start making your calls, right, and following up with them, okay? So RedX, Land Voice, Vulcan 7, we covered that already as far as where you can find the expireds. So we talked about this a little bit already. Overpriced is the main reason, right? Price, presentation, promotion, right? Terms and condition. Poor non-existing marketing plan. These are the things that you're looking for. So if you're on the MLS and you're looking at these properties, who still finds properties on the MLS that has one photo? Crazy, isn't it?
Yes.
It's amazing to me that still with an iPhone, I mean, even with an iPhone, you can take decent photos, and people still have one photo, and it's a crappy photo at that, right? On the MLS. Now, some of these people may be waiting to upload their nice, virtual tour photos. Tom Siebert here, Siebert Media, he does property photos and virtual tours, all that good stuff. But the poor non-existing marketing plan, right, which happens a lot. Okay, errors in the MLS. Who sees errors in the MLS? All the time.
All the time.
Right? Go try to search an RV boat parking home.
It's hard now.
It's agent inputted field. So this is what you learn about the MLS. Anything that's agent inputted that's not required has the chance of being an error.
Right.
Wrong. Agent leaves it out, messes it up, doesn't know about the lot description that there's RV boat parking on the lot description. They leave it out. They put it in the remarks section, but we don't typically search by the remarks section. You can, that's what you have to do if you want to try to find those properties. But anyway, so errors in the MLS, poor photos, not maximizing the number of photos, not properly highlighting the upgrades and features of the property. So these are some of your benefits, right, that you're in the conversation with the homeowner. These are some of the reasons why they would want to use you, because you're not going to make these same mistakes. You're going to make sure they have a full-blown listing, in the MLS with the right photos, virtual tours, and all that good stuff, okay? So, do your research, right? What factors may have contributed to the listing expiring? Critique the agent's work, not the agent's. What that means is, as you're talking to these people, if you guys dare to start reaching out to expired listings, right? We'll talk about some other ways here in a second to get to in front of them. Don't critique the agent. Don't ever talk bad about another agent. Starts showing your character. Some people have to turn off for people. But talk about the work. If they missed something, hey, I noticed that the agent didn't have photos on the MLS. I noticed that they didn't fill out the full remarks section. Or you have an RV boat parking and it's not in the MLS. That could be a big deal. Or maybe the bedrooms are off, right? They have a 3-bedroom. Or maybe they didn't add a den, that the property has a den. Any of those things could be factors, right? But don't talk bad about the agent. Even though the seller may throw the agent under the bus, right? Don't get into a big conversation on, oh yeah, this these dingbats or whatever. Don't go down that path. Focus on what you're going to be able to do for them to have a better experience, right? So marketing, right, was a sign used to advertise the property, professional photography, video virtual tour, single property website, online syndication. This is important, and the reason why is because agents out there will say, discounters will say, you don't need marketing. Right, the MLS is all you need. I've been 22 years in the business. We've dealt with that all 22 years. Right, you don't need marketing, but is the MLS a form of marketing? Everybody say yes.
Yeah.
That's why we could receive a co-op. Okay, that's why you receive a co-op as a buyer broker, because the listing agent is marketing the property to buyer brokers. Okay, they're marketing it. Is a listing sign in the yard marketing?
Yes.
Yes. So a lot of these agents will say, seller, you don't really need any marketing. I'm going to put your home on the MLS. I'm going to put a yard in your sign. That's all you're going to need. Our answer is, why don't you want all of the marketing resources, right? Why don't you want all of the marketing benefits? Why stop? You're telling me that this person's saying marketing doesn't work, but they're still marketing your property. Guess what? They're just not marketing it to the fullest extent. So they're limiting, right, their cost, they're discounting, but it may be harder for you to find that ready, willing, able buyer. So we market your home on all platforms, on all levels, is one of the things you have to own as well, because you're going to get that pushback from sellers, right, from homeowners that I don't need you to, you don't really need to do any marketing on my home. Right, we do. Okay.
Some of them don't want signs in their front yard.
Yeah, that's fine, if they don't want to sign in
And
front
a lot
yard,
of
that's-
vacant
yeah.
owners don't want signs.
Yeah, that's a condition, and that's, we don't overcome, conditions simply, but that's fine. Where can we market your property? They don't want the neighborhood to know what's going on with their property in a lot of cases, or the vacant ones, they don't want people, to know it's vacant, so they, break in and all that good stuff. So, here's some other questions, right? Was there a lockbox? Showing restrictions? Directions correct? Now, today's world, probably have to update this. If you guys aren't using GPS, probably should be, but make sure your directions are still correct in the MLS. Agents still might be using those to find the property, right? Description, showcase the features and amenities. Any errors in data entry. Home protection plan offered, financing terms offered, HOA yes or no, capitalize if not, right? If there's no HOA, that's usually somewhat of a benefit for buyers, no HOA fee. Price, MLS history, price reductions. Again, going into the history, you're going to be able to see if there was price reductions over time. That listing might have had a price reduction a week before it expired. They just didn't have time to market it at that new price. So again, you want to be educated on that. Was the listing overpriced? Is most of the cases, okay? Most of the cases it's overpriced. All right, so let's talk about your plan, okay? Now I'll share my plan. This is what I did in the morning. I don't know if it's in here, but so when I was doing expireds, I would come in the morning, I'd practice my scripts, I'd get on the phone and start calling expireds. You have to know your scripts. You have to learn your scripts. You have to be able to get to a place where that seller is willing to have a conversation with you and ultimately allow you into their home to do a presentation. That is your first and foremost goal, is to have the scripts. I think I have some scripts in here as well, but let me, so here's some openers, right? I'll jump ahead a little bit. So these are a few openers. Now you guys can use the old Mike Ferry scripts, right? That's fine. I learned that when I was doing expireds, I had to adjust. I had to figure things out. I had to make sure I was changing my opener. And the opener really is the thing that's either going to keep somebody on the phone with you for a few seconds, or a minute or longer. It's the opener, right? When we call somebody, what's the question they're asking? When somebody calls you, what's the question you're asking?
How are you doing? Who is this?
Who is this?
No, why? So what's the question? If I called you, you didn't know me, right? I called you, and what would you be asking yourself? What
How
would you
could
be
I help
asking
you?
yourself?
How can I help you?
How did you get my
Another
number?
realtor.
Why are you calling me?
Well,
Right? That's what we all ask ourselves. Why is this person calling me? And we're waiting for the spiel. Bottom line, right? Why are they? If you got a phone call right now and you didn't know the number, you'd be why are they calling me? Right? What am I going to get? Okay? No different here. Right? So what I learned was the opener was very important. Right? The opener was very important. I transitioned from, hi, I'm looking for, John, this is Damon with Realty One. Of course, your home is no longer listed with your previous agent. I was wondering when you plan on hiring an agent who will get your home sold. That's a basic opener, right? Most agents are using that, right? Most agents are using that. Hi, I'm looking for John. They can't backtrack. They can't say, no, we're not interested any longer. They already said yes. So then it was just a matter of, hey, I know your home came off the market today. I never use expired, right? That's sometimes a little bit of a slap in the face for the homeowner. Hey, I notice your home expired. That's a kick in the ribs, right? So I noticed your home came off the market today. I was wondering, when you plan on interviewing agents to get your home sold. And I will tell you guys, if you really invested in expireds, this is what I loved about expireds. There was like 2 or 3 types of expireds. There was the person that was actually setting up appointments. I just needed to make sure I was part of those appointments. There are people that are setting up appointments to meet with other agents. They want to get their home sold, right? There's a percentage of them. When you call, you're going to have that opportunity if you can get them to schedule an appointment with you, because they are scheduling them. There's people that they've changed their mind, or they're just going to say no because they want to take some time, or they feel harassed or whatever. And you have to work on and that's the script to get them past that place, right? That's to get them past that place to still schedule an appointment. But the great thing is, there's people right now that if you call them and say, hey, listen, I'd love to show you what I can do to get your home sold. When can we schedule a time to get together? There's people expireds right now that are scheduling appointments. All you have to do is make sure you're part of those appointments. So that's important, because it's not all no, it's not all negative. There's people that need your help. And that's where my belief system went. There's people that need your help to get their home sold, okay? So here's a script, when do you plan it? So here's the script, and I won't spend a lot of time on this, but you need to have a script. Now this stuff is static. You probably can go onto Mike Ferry's website, or Tom Ferry's website, or Mark has it. Yes, sir.
So, Damon, what do you tell agents that say, well, I don't want to do scripts because I don't want to sound canned?
Yeah, I love that, and the way I'm able to stand up here and talk in front of you today is because I learned my scripts.
Yeah.
But you'll see with me, I'm very sincere, it's very natural, it's very personalized, it's not canned at all. And that's where I really became a master of scripts. The challenge with agents that don't have scripts is they get sidetracked, they get off the beaten path, they forget what questions they needed to ask. And that truly is the importance of script. I don't care whether it's for an open house, right, for an expired listing, farming, door knocking, you name it. You should always have a foundation of taking somebody from point A to point Z with great questions. And that's the rapport building part of the script, is the questions that you ask. If I just called you right now and said, hey, I want to help sell your home, and nothing else is said, you don't know me from John, Bill, so it's a no. If I go through a series of questions and be sincere, let you connect with you, right? Let you feel that I do care, you're going to possibly give me the opportunity to sit down with you and show you what I can do to get your home sold, right? So when do you plan on interviewing agents, right? If you sold your home, where would you go next? How soon do you have to be there? Mrs. Johnson, Mr. Johnson, whatever, if you don't mind me asking, I love that question, very important, because when you're asking a personal question, I learned this a long time ago. I called a little old lady, right, or old lady who's on the phone, and I asked her that question, and she says, none of your business, I hung up. So what do you think I did? Did I give up? No, I went into my scripts and I created this. So whenever you're gonna ask a personal question, always ask for respect to ask that question. So if you don't mind me asking, what do you think stopped your home from selling? I'm asking permission to ask that question. That's very important, okay? You have to be very intuitive. Okay, so the agent, really, right? How'd you happen to pick that last agent you listed with? And then, what did the agent do that you like best, right? What do you feel they should have done? This is, again, old school, scripts, but very, very still relevant today, right? What will you expect from the next agent you choose? Have you already chosen the agent to work with? I would like to apply for the job of selling your home. Are you familiar with the techniques I use? Now, this can be changed. This can be interchangeable, right? I'd love to meet with you to show you what I do to get homes sold. We sold 50 homes in your neighborhood last year alone. So this is where you can actually leverage Realty One Group stats, right? Or if you're selling homes yourself, put your successes in here, right? Put your successes in here and help that. People are attracted to evidence of success. What does that mean? People love to see the proof that you did something. Results, thank you. So solds, right? If we sold 10 homes, if we sold 5 in the community, no Realty One Group stats when you're calling. Now, if you're calling expireds all over the valley, you're gonna have to use some general stats, right? We've sold over 5,000 homes this year, or we've sold 1,000 homes in the last month. So use some general stats, you can do that. If you're starting to sell expireds, that's where I got to where I was able to use my stats. I had a 98% success rate in expireds. If I listed your home, almost guaranteed that it sold for at 1% our list price or above, right? And so that was all in my literature as well. So that's where I got good with. This is the close, right? This is the close to build confidence to let you go over and meet with them. So what would be the best time to show you, Monday or Tuesday, right? Giving them the 2 opportunities, okay? I'm going to go through all of these. These are the objection handlers. You guys will need to practice this stuff, of course. If you're going to call expires, we're disappointed and tired of all these agents calling us now that our home hasn't been sold, right? And that's exactly, where were you guys when my home was on the market? Why weren't you calling me then with a buyer? Oh, well, Mr. Johnson, I actually specialize in helping sellers get their home sold, right? That's what my forte is. I would love to show you what I do to market your home. Maybe some several things that the other agent didn't do to bring those buyers to the table, right? So you have to have your answers, okay? Were these agents when you needed them? If you had sold, where were you moving to? Again, questions, the script, right? Building that rapport. Have you already found a place there? What do you think stopped your home from selling? So same, that Q&A. If you learn that foundation, you have a much better chance of getting in front of those people than not. If you learn your objections and those questions, okay? Let me see here. I was going to show you a few things here. If I can, let's see if I can jump on. Anybody have any questions regarding what I've covered so far? No. Okay, so let me jump out of Stephanie here real quick. That 10:30 mark, I can wrap up right now, or keep going.
That's all the way, yeah.
What do you all think? You want them to wrap up now or keep going?
Keep going.
Keep going.
I won't be long. I do want to share a few other things with you. Two for 2 on the passwords, folks. I'm just saying. Okay. Let me show you some material here. Just kind of finish this with with maybe some inspirational resources or what, if you will. Come on. There you go. And I used to share this stuff a long time ago when I was over here, before Mark kicked me out of my job. And you were the Okay, let me just go over a few things, okay? I'm going to go through my plan real quick. We'll wrap up, but there's some scripts in my plan. So this was my list. This was my expired plan. This was it. This is where the rubber meets the road. Let me see. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I can zoom in a little bit on this. And this is where you guys just want to be really clear on, if you're going to do this, do it right. Right? Don't. Expireds is not a discipline that you can fumble around in. It really isn't. It's a daily discipline. I will tell you though, if you focus on an hour to 2 hours a day of expired listings, you're going to start generating more listings than you ever have. right? Now, your sphere of influence is very important, of course, you still stay in communication with them. That's, for me, back in the day, that was the easy business. I knew as long as I took care of my sphere, right, communicated with, I was going to get business with it from them in some ways, but I wanted more business, right? I wanted more business. So expires was one of those ways, and so I came up with an expired plan. My plan was to know my scripts. I'd come in the morning, practice my scripts every morning, 7:30, get on the phone by 8 o'clock. You can get on earlier than that if you're an early bird. Some agents are calling at 7 a.m. You know, a little respect for the homeowners. Now, the LVR doesn't post expires until 9 a.m. on the MLS. However, RedX, all these other platforms, they grab the information at midnight, the night before, and you have it at your fingertips, so you can call typically as early as you want, right? Okay, know your scripts. Get on the phone, get an appointment. That's your number one focus, get an appointment. If you don't get an appointment, make sure that you either follow up, see if you can go preview the home, for buyers, right? Send your home selling proposal, pre-listing packets. I had a mailer I'm going to share with you here in a second that I would mail out as well, and I'd also go door knock it on the way home. So I'd map out the homes, the expireds. So I'd have a marketing packet with company resources, success, right? Door knock the property. So I'd door knock the property on the way home. Provide my marketing packet then. If I talked to them, I'd give it to them then and try to schedule an appointment. If they weren't home, I'd leave it on their doorstep, right? If no answer, leave at the door, right? Then I'd get home and I'd call, this is a discipline. I would get home and I'd call for another hour in the evening because a lot of people weren't home in the morning. If I didn't get a hold of them in the morning, I would call for another hour in the afternoon, schedule some more appointments, right? Follow the same protocol as before, set appointment if contacted, know your personal note, business card, all that good stuff, okay? Now, let me go back here, and here is the marketing packet. Now, this changed over the years. I dumbed this down just for training purposes, but this was my this was my old team back in the day, right, 20 years ago. And I'm an old guy now, look at that photo, I'm a little baby in there, but, so that was my previous team. And so this was a letter that I sent out. This is the actual letter, right? Be happy to share this with you folks. You have to create a powerful mailer, because you do want to mail expireds as well, okay? You do want to mail them as well. In 2007, I was mailing about 1,500 expireds a month, not calling. I would stop calling at that time. I was in management, so I was just mailing out, and I was listing about 3 expireds a month, okay, in 2007. Right? So it had this packet, I'd taken some things out of it over the years, but this was all about, a little bit about the company. We get results, so I went and pulled all the expireds that had happened with other companies back then, and that were sold by our company, and I built a list. Now this is probably the number one thing you can use in your marketing, farming, expireds, FSBOs, it doesn't matter. People are attracted to what? Results. That's it. So when people see that, I need to talk to this person. They have a track record of success, okay? Doesn't have to be this many properties, you can have 5 or 10. Testimonials could be a part of that as well, right? You want testimonials? A little bit about the company, of course, and then the marketing. So I had this, my original packet had a visual of all the key marketing points. I had 2 on each page in color to show the seller as well. So it was about 12 pages initially. And then I reduced it down, and then of course the commitment marketing plan. But you'll want to have something similar, so I would recommend start with the Realty One Group listing presentation, right? Very important. You guys have a lot of this already built in, then you just add a little bit of your track record to it as well, right? Now, the couple of things I didn't cover that I'll cover really quick and then let you guys get out of here and get on with your day. I truly believe that there's a better way to do expireds than just jumping on the phone, because most of you may not do that. Is anybody farming? A community? Is anybody specializing in a community? Focused in a community? Where do you guys have your business from? You guys should be focused on your community, right? If it's active, right? Wouldn't you want to be the specialist in your community, right? Start your expireds there. Start your expired plan in your community. This is the difference. Who's holding open houses? Okay, Mark, we're gonna have to work on your office here. Mark. So everybody should, if we're going into fall, weather's beautiful, everybody should be throwing their hands up, right? Saying, I'm doing open houses. I'm doing open houses, no question. You're a homeowner. Listing just expired. I'm doing an open house this weekend. Just giving you guys a thought here. All the scripts, we have all the scripts, I can share them with you. If you're gonna door knock, right? If you guys aren't gonna door knock, don't make a call. Right? Do something, but Gustavo's answers the door, right? What do you want? No, that's reality, guys. If you guys, I was a huge door knocker. The reality of it is, that's a lot. You get all kinds of things. Hey, I appreciate you answering the door. Sorry to bother you, but the reason I'm knocking on your door is I'm holding an open house this weekend for the Johnsons. Listing. We're working on getting their home sold, and we're of course looking for buyers. I wanted to know if you happen to know of anybody that's thinking about buying a home in the community right now. Can you think of anybody? No? Oh yeah, you can. Wonderful. If he says yes, get the information, all that good stuff. But if he says no, then the other reason I stopped by is I noticed that your home came off the markets yesterday or day before, whenever, and I was just curious if you're still interested in selling, because a lot of times the buyers that come to my open house want to know about all the inventory in the neighborhood, and I would love to promote your property to them. Would that be okay? Absolutely. Wonderful. Are you co-oping with agents? If I bring a buyer, are you willing to pay a co-op? Yeah, perfect. So by the way, let me ask you, when are you planning on interviewing, going back to my script, when are you planning on interviewing agents for the job of selling your home? Right now. I love it. I would love to schedule a time. I specialize in the neighborhood. I have many buyers who are looking for homes in the community, yada, 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 right? So that's a script. I know we'll wrap it up here, but. So you guys, what I'm sharing with you is that if you guys want to generate more listings, start in your community, start identifying the expires in your community, and start having conversations with them. Start learning your scripts, of course, get with Mark or whoever, and start learning your scripts to start dominating expired listings and start increasing your business, your listing opportunities. Very important, okay? Thank you guys. Sorry if I took a little bit longer.
We have one more piece of business. Don't we?
We do. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patty. Happy birthday to you.
So happy birthday to both Damon and Kathy.
I'll tell you in a second. That's why we're so good looking. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that.
You know they're wearing girls, they're wearing the shirt.